Hello everyone, this is Ashish and welcome back to Talk 4712. It is Tuesday and it is time for some Talk Tuesday. On every Tuesday, we are going to talk about some special tips and tricks to improve your efficiency and effectiveness towards preparation of your competitive examination. Today, we are going to talk about test series. We are going to talk about everything about subject-wise test series, full-length test series, when to start subject-wise test series, how to properly give subject-wise test series for better revision and improvement in your performance, when to start giving full-length test series, the frequency of full-length test series, and also I've come up with some free test series for you guys. I know people preparing for competitive examination, they love free, and that is why I've given my class notes for free. I've made so many lecture series on fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, strength of material, all for free. I make free guidance videos, and today finally I'm here able to bring some free test series for you guys also. So stick to this video and I'm going to discuss that also. See, I've talked to a lot of students over years of guiding people towards competitive examination, and when they fail in a particular competitive examination, the common thing that I've found out talking to all those who have failed in competitive examination is this: I could not give the test series properly. The time was not sufficient, so I was not able to give test series properly. I was only able to give one test series. I was not able to give test series. I was not able to give full-length test series. N number of explanations and the reasons they will be giving, but this remains the same, that they were not planned properly to be in a situation where they are done with test series. I've always said there are three elements for preparation of any competitive examination. Number one, syllabus completion. Number two, proper revision strategy. And number three is test series. You mess up with any of these and the whole thing crashes. It is like three legs of a tripod. Any one breaks, it all falls apart. Okay, so there's no reason that can be justified if you're preparing for a competitive examination that you are not able to give test series. You should definitely take it as an absolute must. Now, there are two types of test series. Number one, subject-wise test series. Obviously, when you are preparing for a competitive examination, it's not like you are going to study all the 12 subjects all at once. It is going to take time. It is a journey of 6 months to 1 year to 2 years, depending on when you started preparing, right? And once you are done with one subject, it is your responsibility to test how well you have understood that subject when it is applied towards the direction of competitive examination, and that can be done with subject-wise test series. You study that subject, revise that subject, and then appear in that subject-wise test series, and then see how much you can perform, and then analyze that test series, find out the weaknesses, work on that weakness, and then again appear for the same subject-wise test series. This is what I call cyclic revision. Let us say 2 weeks down the line, you are going to give a subject-wise test series of strength of material. What are you going to do? You are going to start revising it, but do not start revising from class notes. So first two revisions always happens from your class notes, but then the next revision, that is the third revision, is going to happen only from your micro notes, your short notes, and solving the star mark previous year questions. So obviously, if you have done only one revision or less than that, you have not done any revision at all, do not give the subject-wise test series now. First, do the first two revisions where you go thoroughly through the class notes, and then in your third revision phase, for the major subjects at least, you should be giving the full-length test series, right? So you're going to be revising your short notes, your micro notes, then give the test series. And after you gave the test series, you're going to analyze that test series. You're going to find out, okay, yes, strength of material is there, but strength of material is also huge. There's going to be SFD, BMD, there's going to be pressure vessel, there's column, n number of topics are over there. You're going to find out which topic you are weak in. How are you going to find out? By analyzing. How are you going to analyze? You're going to find two types of questions. Questions that you made mistakes in, and questions that you did not even attempt. And questions that got right, you do not need to care about that. Now, questions that you did not even attempt, you have to look at it for two types of question. Number one, questions that you knew how to solve but made silly mistake in it. And number two, questions that you did not even know how to solve. You studied everything, but how did you not even know how to solve this? Because maybe you forgot about the concept. Now you will accumulate and calculate how many there are such questions from which topic. And if a particular topic, let us say SFD, BMD, there are 3-4 questions that you were not able to solve, then that means that that topic is weak. Now get back to class notes and start working on it. You work on your weakness. That is the only way of improvement. It is super simple. If you have to improve in anything, then you have to work in the weaknesses in that field. It does work over here as well. This is what you have to do. This is the feedback mechanism that will make you better. Now that is about the subject-wise test series. When to start subject-wise test series? Like I said, your 2 revision cycle should be over when you have gone thorough through your class notes. Now you'll start your full length test series. When to start your full length test series? That is also a very big question. See, some people say that you should start your full length test series from January if your GATE examination is from February. Some people say that no, I'll start my full length test series from July onwards only. The time does not matter. Your state does matter when you should be starting. You should be starting full length test series when your 80 to 90% of the syllabus is over. Only then, because full length test series will be having all the chapters combined, right? So if your 80 to 90% syllabus is over, ideally by the mid of December it should be over. So you should start your full length test series from December. Now understand this also. In December, you should not be giving 1 full length test series every day. The frequency in the beginning should be low, like 4 full length test series throughout the December, and then more, let us say 8 full length test series through January, because in the beginning you're not that strong, and also you are recently introduced to the idea of test series, right? So the weaknesses will be more. That means time to work on those weaknesses will be more, right? So it will take more time, so give more gap between the test series. Again, connected to this, what should be the frequency of full length test series? The frequency of full length test series is that where you are able to see progress. If you're giving 2 test series between 3 days gap and you're not seeing any progress, then definitely increase the gap. Give 2 test series in, let us say, 1 week gap. If you're giving test series in 4 days gap and you're seeing significant improvement, this time it was 60, next time it is 65, next time it is 70 marks out of 100, then definitely you can decrease the gap and you can give like after every 2 days, like that. So the only measure is that are you seeing improvement or not? Now, very big point when it comes to test series, I've always said this: when you're preparing for competitive examination, it is always better to prepare or practice through the previous year questions of that examination. Why do I say that? Is because the people who are setting these question papers, they are the only one who are going to set subsequent question papers, but there are a lot of study material available by a lot of coaching institutes. A lot of coaching institutes will be making their own questions and they will be selling those books, and a lot of students will be buying because they know they have to practice more. But see, I've always said there are infinite number of questions. The type of question that you should be good at to crack a competitive examination is the type of question that has appeared, and there is no better source to prepare from than the previous year questions. But test series is different. In test series also, people who are content development team, they are only preparing these questions. I agree. But the factor of time comes into the picture, that you have to solve a limited amount of questions in a limited amount of time, and that experience is extremely important because it will be directly utilized in your competitive examination, and you have to be ready with that skill before you appear in competitive examination. That is why having test series is absolute must. Subject-wise test series is required so that your subjects are strong, because you cannot directly get into full-length test series. For example, you do not know how to deal with a particular subject also. How will you be able to deal with multiple subjects in that very 3 hours? So first give subject-wise test series and then get into full-length test series. That's about it, guys. I hope I was able to clear 100% of your doubts. If any more doubts are remaining, put it down in the comment section. So that's about it. I'll end this video over here and I'll see all of you in the next one. Every Tuesday we are going to talk about competitive examination tips, tricks and strategies, and I'll see you then. Till then, bye.